Okay, everybody who's out there, think about it. Are you a spectacular failure? Only if your cat rubs up against your tripod. Stop it. That works. Okay, who out there wants to join me in being a spectacular failure? It's a good thing. So being a spectacular failure is not what you might think that it is. It means that you've got a goal in mind and you've put effort towards that goal, and unfortunately it has not turned out the way that you had expected that it would. So what do? You can take that, you can own it, and in owning that, you're going to move towards your goal. So what happens if it's a failure? Well, if it's a failure, you can make it into a spectacular failure. And what does that mean? That means that you stop and take a look at that failure. You figure out why it didn't work exactly the way you expected it to. You tweak it just a little bit. Then you put the effort in to go ahead and attempt it again to try and get closer to your goal. If you make it just right, hey, maybe you can attain your goal in the first time. It's not necessarily the way it's always going to turn out though. Sometimes you have to be a spectacular failure more than twice or 3 times. Now, that doesn't mean go crazy, right? You want to go ahead and stop, take a look at your goals and take a look at your action and your efforts. If it, for some reason, kind of goes 6, 7 times where you haven't quite made your goal and you don't feel like you're making any headway, revisit your goal and say, is this really an effort that I can take on? If it is, how is it that I can really make some major changes in order to attain that goal? Again, to be a spectacular failure, what you want to go ahead and do, make a goal. Plan out how you're going to put effort toward that goal. Put effort toward the goal. If it's successful, fantastic. You can cheer. Everybody will cheer you on. If it's a failure, stop, take a look at it, determine what you could do differently, better, whose help you can enlist, and then try again or move forward with it. Don't let yourself get stuck just because you think that you're a failure. The only time you're a failure is when you've given up and you've decided you're not going to put effort toward it. Put your effort toward it. I know you can do it. I know you can get yourself out of a slump. I know you can attain whatever it is that you set your mind to, as long as you're willing to make the effort. At this point in time, if you're interested in getting more information about how to move forward with your goals and your dreams and how to be a successful failure, click the subscribe button below. Hit the button right next to it with the little bell. It'll help notify you the next time that another video comes up. In the meantime, all I want you to realize that you can and you should own your efforts. So we'll see you next time. Have a good night.